Assalamu alaikum, guys. Greetings. Yeah, a lot of people ask me, how was your crash? Bit of an oxymoron statement. But what you see now is how I received the bike back from the police, basically. This was a crash. Good. Yeah, a lot of people say that you shouldn't. A lot of people say that you shouldn't use a bike like this after a crash. The fork is intact, still intact. It's a carbon fork. The wheel is if I can salvage anything from the wheel, it's probably the spokes and the center hub. Yeah, so this is actually that's the reason why carbon's used in aircrafts. Yeah, so that's I rode into this lady, literally hitting her on the edge of her front bonnet. The left edge of her bonnet, went straight over it and landed about 10 meters away from her. My shoulder took the impact. I wonder if the disc rotor is still straight. That's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, that's the beauty of a carbon fork. Yeah, so the impact, it literally just ruptured the inner tube. Had 120 psi in there. What else? Yeah, this can be straightened. That can be straightened, literally. Yeah, I think what happened here was with this saddle was that yeah, it's better. It was a new saddle. It's a Bontrager. It's a Bontrager saddle. As you can see, it's pretty much. Sorry. Yeah, what else is wrong with the bike? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the derailleur's bent at the back, which is basically essentially this part here. Yeah, that's not that part there is bent, so it's leaning in slightly. So I might need a new derailleur. I mean, I could bend it straight out. Wouldn't be a massive issue. It's a fly sitting on my. Right, that's the first time I've spun that. Yeah, so it's an aluminium frame bike. Yeah, saddle is gone, so that can be 40 quid replaced. It's knackered. It's bent. Could I bend that back? No, not really. Be dangerous. Stereo tube is still good. That can be you can basically unscrew this and twist it back. Unscrew this and twist it back. Yeah, it looks a lot worse than it actually is. Yeah, so yeah, that's how a bike looks once it's gone into the side of a car. Or yeah, what else? Oh, my helmet. Yeah, helmet done its job. I hit the lady on the side. No, actually, the bike stood up well. It stood up well because my bloody body took the impact. Yeah, helmet. It's damaged there, and there's a crack in it. I'm not too sure how that crack got there, to be honest with you, because my head didn't hit the floor. Or maybe it did and I didn't know. Right, so there's a crack in the helmet. I don't know if you can see that. Just there. There's a crack just there on the helmet. Yeah, so, yeah, guys, we're a goddamn helmet. So look, there it is. You can see it there. Where the sticker has split, just there. You see the crack protruding out. Yeah, it's a proper full-on crack. I love the focus pulling on the OnePlus, you know that. Yeah, so yeah, the copper did say you can't. He hadn't even inspected the helmet. But yeah, there's some specialized. What's this called? What is specialized? I can't remember what the hell this is. A specialized echelon. Yeah, Echelon 2. Yeah, get specialized helmets are the best. That's a large size, 57 to 63 centimeters. I got a fair few helmets. Yeah, so that's essentially it, man. It's the story of my bike. People were wondering like what happened. Yeah, so what happened is I took I got a metal collar, a metal fractured shoulder socket, ribs seat. Well, this is what my sort of most first bike ride after the accident. Fractured shoulder socket, ribs C5 and C6 fractured, back scapular plate fractured, shoulder socket torn, and the worst injury of all was this one.
But it's all good, yeah. All the operation, yeah. It's all good, man. Relax, अच्छा. And सौंदे में ना वो नींद दी और मैंने गोली दी अच्छा. Let me get some sleep, अच्छा.
The worst injury of all was this one here. Yeah, that one there. Just put it up towards the sun, yeah, which was yeah, that's a metal plate insert in there. It's a metal plate insert. So that's healing up. It's been about 7 weeks, 8 weeks now. So that's a metal plate insert, and yeah, you know, I pretty much kind of deserve what. I really shouldn't say it. A lot of people say that you shouldn't really say it, but yeah, you know, I was a bit of a naughty boy. I went through red lights, and pretty much got put in my place. Yeah, just, you know, the state of the bike. Just have a look. It's absolutely wrecked to shreds. Well, the front, it actually only requires a new front tire. Literally requires a new front tire, pretty much. Yeah, lots of morphine. Healing Hospital. Thank you, mate. Put me back on put me back basically on my feet. Turned me into a bit of a cyborg with a metal plate in my shoulder. But yeah, it put me back on my feet essentially, on my feet. And yeah, promise to my family will never be going. All my rides now will be essentially on the canal on my beautiful old mountain bike there. Got 2 mountain bikes. That's how I started riding. It wasn't through road biking. So yeah, all my rides would be on a canal away from roads. Yeah, didn't respect the road, so yeah, pretty much. But yeah, most of my rides would be here on this turbo trainer, on this Cannondale. Just be careful out there, guys. I'll tell you one thing, a lot of the stuff that we do is disrespecting the highway code. 40% of my rides, a lot of the close calls and close shaves come through disrespecting the highway code. However, 60% of the close shaves come through following the highway code, and another driver or another road user has basically missed you. You know, so it is inherently dangerous what we do. But yeah, it is what it is. It was a close shave. Could have lost my life. It didn't work out like that. I lived to, the scapula. I lived to, you know, tell the story. Yeah, so essentially, it is what it is. You know, I don't know when I'll get back to repairing the bike as well, to be absolutely honest with you. If ever it may just remain like that. But it is what it is, slowly going back to, you know, my previous fitness before going into hospital. But yeah, can't even really tell from here if even the handlebar might be bent. I don't know. And then maybe just an optical illusion. But yeah, double wrapped handlebar tape. So there's 2 sort of folds of handlebar tape on there. That's what maybe stopped it from bending. But yeah, the bike stood up fairly well. But the reason why, because, you know, it was, you know, my body. And you know, my body took the bloody impact, not the bike. But yeah, that's road cycling for you. It's very, very addictive, to the point, you know, where you take risks, and obviously the risk was one too many. And yeah, this is how it ended up with me on the receiving end. But yeah, thanks to the police, thanks to the emergency service, thanks to Dr. Ahern, thanks to Dr. Sheikhs, thank you to Dr. Al-Hadi, thank you to Sister Amina, Hillingdon orthopedic ward. And yeah, made a lot of good friends in that. Well, I wouldn't say good friends, but yeah, friends, good friends for the 7 or so days that I was there. 7 or so days that I was there. Yeah, cool. That's about all I can say. Be careful out there on the roads, guys. If you choose to do road biking, don't be too competitive. Unfortunately, it is very, very competitive. But yeah, all my rides will now be on a mountain bike and on a canal, really. Well, mountain bike has its own risks and dangers as well. But yeah, best to stay away from roads. You know, who knows? I may think differently in a year's time. Anyway, over and out. Booyah.